We are back here on the Senior Network. Brad, AccuQuest, thank you so much for being
Welcome.
here. Rodney from Bayshore, thank you so much. Again, we are raving about the facility. It's pretty amazing. And talking about a lot of things about as we age, where we want to live, what's our quality of life? How did you even get into this business?
Right, so I was about 18 years old and had my first job in a retirement community as a server in a dining room, and just really fell in love with the residents and just how we can make a difference in their lives every day, just simple as in the dining room conversation. And really, you know, the social aspect of this business is just huge.
What's it like being the general manager of a place like this? What are some of the component pieces that you have?
It's great. You know, you're leading a team, and you know you have great people around you, and you know whether it's sales and marketing, whether it's the maintenance and housekeeping and dining services, and you know the care piece with all of your nurses and certified nursing aides. You know, everybody comes together for really one goal, which is to make every day with these residents as great as it possibly can be.
How many residents do you have now, and how many can you accommodate?
So we have 126 apartments here, and that can be independent or that can be assisted. So it's not a set number, but 126.
What does assisted look like?
So assisted is just if you need assistance with something as simple as, you know, maybe just standby assistance. You have balance issues.
So activities of daily living kind of
activities
assistance?
Activities of daily living, so getting dressed, you know, maybe bathing, things of that nature. But it doesn't have to be full hands-on.
Right.
You know, where a lot of people in their mind think, you know, of a skilled nursing facility. It's not. It's literally, you know, you might just need someone
Another
there
set
for
of
balance.
eyes.
Exactly. Exactly. Maybe a little help with medications. You don't remember, you know, exactly what pill to take at what time, and that's why we're here.
And I want to go back and kind of talk about that with you. When it comes to hearing devices, what are some of the newest kinds of hearing devices that you have that are great for people as we age?
All right, so there's new technology that comes out with hearing aids all the time. So every year it gets a little incrementally better. They add a few little features, and after 5 to 7 years, it's really kind of a big change. So some of the latest ones we have now, of course, are the rechargeables. We have Bluetooth connectivity, so it allows people to stream directly to their iPhone. So
it's the best.
Yeah.
Although I do have to tell you a really quick story. I have 9 grandkids, and my kids were playing video games, and my Wolfie, my little grandson, said, "Can I use your phone?" I said, "Sure." So I'm sitting there with the client, and all at once I'm like, do 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 do. Everything is streaming through my ears. I'm trying to be very sophisticated about it, but it was. So yeah, so there's good and bad to all of these things. When you talk about rechargeable, what does that mean? Because I have batteries.
Right, so most people still have batteries, but the rechargeables are nice as well. So they just sit into a little docking station at night. So when you put them in there, the lights come on to let you know that they're charging, and blinks until it's solid, then it's done. And normally you just put that on there at night, just have that be part of your routine, so you're not losing them or whatever. And
are all hearing devices created equal, or would Rodney maybe take a different kind than I would for different kinds of hearing loss, different ages?
Yeah, they're different. So the biggest difference is the size and shape of someone's ear canal, of course, that would factor in what's going to fit in there properly. The severity of the person's hearing loss as well. So the more severe the loss, generally the better the product that you want to fit with, because you're not wanting feedback and other adverse problems.
Let's talk about cognitive decline and environment and then hearing.
Sure.
One of the, I think, if you will, talk to me about that and the environment that you've created, because it seems like it's very stimulating, yet manageable.
Correct. You know, so with, you know, cognitive as we grow older, you know, we like routines, and you know we like a controlled environment. So if we know meals are going to be at the same time every day, it makes it a lot more manageable when, you know, we're declining cognitively, and some people it's rapid, and some people it's just a slow, steady decline. And you know, and that's the great thing about assisted living. We're here to manage that, and we're here to monitor that, so we, you know, can stay on top of someone who is experiencing some type of cognitive decline. And
many of us stay cognitively pretty acute. I mean, we stay pretty sharp and with it. You seem to do a lot to stimulate that
Exactly.
also.
Yep, and so that's kind of why we design our, you know, engagement and activities a certain way with, you know, physical in the morning with yoga,
Okay.
or chair exercise or real exercise. We've got a beautiful fitness center on
Ooh, I
the
wanna
5th
go
floor
see
as
that.
well. You know, ellipticals and rowing machines and free weights and great devices to keep your body fit. But also, you know, there's activities in mind to keep your brain fit, whether it's trivia, whether it's current events, whether it's Sudoku. You know, the research shows that if you're keeping your mind active, you're going to push off, you know, some of that cognitive decline that might come from isolation, which is why
Right.
it's so important
It really is.
to have everybody on the, you know, everybody on the team fighting, you know, for your well-being.
Well, to that, one of the things that I've heard is a major cause of cognitive decline is the inability to hear.
Correct. Yeah, the Johns Hopkins University has done a study over the course of several decades on thousands of people to find out what hearing loss does to the brain, and they said that people with normal hearing and those who fit with hearing aids are 40% less likely to develop Alzheimer's and dementia as those who go unaided with a hearing loss. So it's really important to find a hearing loss and aid it properly. It stimulates the brain, keeps the brain healthy.
What's the hardest part about adjusting to hearing devices? I know that, like contacts for me, the doctor was like, if you decide you can wear contacts, you'll be fine. And if, for me, in my mind, I was like, if I need a hearing, I'm just going to put it in. I'm going to feel lucky because it's going to enhance my quality of life. So I don't think I noticed much,
Right.
except that I could understand more most of the time.
Yeah,
But
so you probably have, number one, you probably have a good product. So the better product that you have, the more natural everything's going to sound.
Okay.
So that's one component. Another thing is, some people, they have a little trouble at first. You know, everything seems too loud to them, or
Well, probably
they're
true.
hearing
If you
things
haven't
for the first
heard,
time.
right.
It can be overwhelming. So that's a challenge that I face.
what about in different environments? Is it different being outside versus a restaurant versus with in a library, movie theater?
Definitely, and I think you can attest to that, right?
Yeah.
So when you're in a loud,
Right,
noisy
yeah.
environment, it's harder to hear in those environments. I have normal hearing; it's hard for me to hear in those
Okay.
environments. So when you're trying to tell a hearing device, I want to amplify that voice in this voice, but not that voice
Right,
over
yeah.
there, it can be a challenge. So
Are
that's
there
what-
ways to do all of that?
Yeah. The better the technology in the hearing aid, the more we can digitally remove the background noise that's there.
So we said the average user's in their late 70s, right?
I would say it's 70 or so.
So what
yeah.
age is it really appropriate to come in and get a hearing test? Because I would say better safe than sorry and earlier rather than later.
Usually in your 50s, yeah.
Is it really?
There's plenty of people that I test that have no loss all the time, that they just want to go in and just want part of their health routine. They go to the dentist, they get their hearing checked, they do it all. So I see plenty of people that have normal hearing year after year after year.
I asked Rodney his background. What is your background with hearing? Why hearing?
So I got into this business about 5 years ago,
Okay.
and I've pretty much been in sales and management all throughout my career ever since I finished school. So I just kind of followed this opportunity because it brought me down here.
Oh, because you're an
Yeah.
Ohio boy.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
See, we marketed to Ohio. That's why we all came down here for sure.
Yeah.
Now, where are your locations?
So I'm in Bluffton and Sheridan Park.
Okay.
So next to the bagel shop and the barber shop.
Oh, good to
And-
know.
And I'm also in Savannah, so off of White Bluff and Ebercorn out that way.
Do you have other technicians that work with you, or are you pretty much a...
It's just me. So I have an assistant. She's called my patient care coordinator. She's great, and she travels with me.
Once you have a hearing device, how often do you recommend coming back for, I guess, am I calling it checkups or?
We just call it for service, but normally
Okay.
every 3 months. Yeah, we like to clean them up. So that involves just changing the domes and the wax filters, and sometimes they need adjusting and things like that. But yeah, if you're getting your hearing aid service, it's like getting your car service. It's always going to be more effective.
Because if we live at Bayshore, we're very active. Do we ever go swimming in them by accident? Is that a bad thing?
So you should take them out when you swim. You don't want to lose them, but they're pretty close to being waterproof these days. So
Do you suggest that people take them out at night? Do
do.
people? Why?
take them out at night, take them out when you shower, when you sleep. Yeah, you want to not lose them. You don't want your ear to get sore if you're laying on it wrong.
Oh, that
Yeah.
makes sense. I hate it when they tell us we have to go because we're just getting into the good stuff, right? Come back and we'll talk again. I really appreciate everything. We appreciate all of you joining us here on the Senior Network. Have a great week. Bye-bye.